Good morning. I work on my personal self-development daily, and I encourage you as entrepreneurs to continue to learn and improve your game in a similar manner. If you can hear elephants here, I am filming in a warehouse because we are the tools of our business, and in order to make sure we are at our peak performance, like elite athletes or even a racing car, our performance can continue to be improved and tweaked by new technology, new techniques and new knowledge. And it's going to be a never-ending process of that self-development that should continue throughout your whole life. It's also really important, I believe, to have plans and targets and metrics upon which you measure your progress. I don't subscribe to that wondrous, if not laissez-faire attitude of the come what may business plan. I am absolutely a facts and figures girl, and we have to be in our tight margin business to know what our forecasts look like for the purposes of our funding and our cash flow. But like all of us, our targets and forecasts, etc., are best guessed, to be frank. What we're doing is new. Revenues aren't that predictable, regardless of what the predictable sales revenue pundits say. And we set targets, and mostly we make them, but sometimes we fail. And that failure is what I personally really focus on, which is really poor entrepreneurship. It's called gap focus, focusing on the gaps, not necessarily in a constructive way, but in a manner which may not be conducive to your future success. Now, I got a little bit fixated at the end of last year about the distance between where we are and where we should be based on my business plan that I did back in 2013. But to be frank, that business plan was based on sketchy facts and figures. We were going into a new realm of our business and could only guesstimate. And things happened which knocked our plans back by maybe a year, like CityLink going bust. But what I needed to focus on actually was the wins, accepting the positives and building on those to establish a strong foundation of future growth. So I want to encourage you to do this too. How can you review your 2015 and plan 2016 with a positive reframe of your successes last year and use that as a foundation for your success moving forward? Because that negativity is contagious, and unless you acknowledge some of the wins, the psychological impact of that self-flagellating about your less than perfect performances will be counterproductive. Now, as I said, don't go going all laissez-faire on me. I still believe that forecasts and targets and growth rates, etc., are important, particularly when you're securing funding, and it's important to create a forecast that can show both your worst case and best case scenarios. Worst case, limiting your profit and expenditure, and the best case, squeezing your cash flow. But I encourage you to pat yourself on the back occasionally. 90% of a target is still 100% better than the vast majority of business owners who don't even set them. Focus on the gap of your performance simply to acknowledge how you need to improve and put that action plan in place. But don't fixate on that less than 100% performance, because you'll be wasting valuable energy which could be better used feeding this year's results. So bank the wins, acknowledge where improvements can be made, and mind that gap, but don't fall down at looking at it. Makes sense? I do hope so. As always, if you have any burning issues that you need me to look into, then email me at katelester.com. Take care.